Hello, guys. This is Paul McClung II. Welcome to another live New York session, and it is Monday, October 20, 2025. So welcome once again. So we're going to be trading on GU today. Before we actually get started, we're going to check the news here. And let's see. Looks like we don't have any major news today. So that's good. We don't have anything today, but tomorrow we have CPI. Well, that's CPI and Canadian dollar. So that's not so much in the US. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So then, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we're on the daily time frame. So the first thing we want to do is we want to figure out what's going to be the overall direction, the typical direction of where more likely the market is going to go based on AMD. So AMD is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So when we look at this last candle here, we can see that this candle closed bearish, okay? Now it looks like it's forming some consolidation, but it closed bearish. So based on that, I expect price to do a manipulation of the bulls and then distribution of the bears, okay, on the smaller time frame. And when we turn on the indicator here, we can see that price opened here and closed here. So it did close bearish, but there's not a lot of volume. So, but we should see some good volume pre-New York open, but we'll see how it goes, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark up buy side and sell side liquidity. And then find out areas of interest. So we see that there is sell side liquidity here because this wick wiped out this previous daily low wick here. But we also have buy side liquidity right here. And this is buy side. And this is the sell side. Now, based off of that, we want to look for the most recent fair value gap, which I believe is up here. We'll confirm that with our what's our indicator. Okay, so this is our most recent fair value gap. So this is going to really be our point of interest here. I'm just going to put that down here. That's what we're going to put. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go to the 1-hour time frame and see how price is interacting with that area. So go to the 1-hour time frame. Notice we talked about that there was going to be manipulation of the bulls and distribution of the bears, right? So I want to make a note of that in a minute. But as we can see, we saw that there was short manipulation of the bulls and then distribution of the bears. And notice price hit our point of interest and did a liquidity sweep here. Okay, so this looked like, so this is our 3-bar pattern. A sweep, and then it looks like the fair value got closed. But we also have liquidity right up in this area as well. And then we also have order block here. So we talked about that there's going to be manipulation of bears and distribution of the bulls. So this is our next point of interest here. So I will be looking for price to really manipulate this area and then go back down to our point of interest or further down to here. Since we're overall bears. But when we look at the market, we are overall bears, so that's what I would be looking for. So then at this point, I would be marking out this 15-minute fair value gap there. And I would be looking for manipulation there. Well, we got an order block that says 6% bearish there. Now, at this point, if the price pushes above, closes the strength above this fair value gap, then price might be ready to go up to this liquidity here and then come back down. Or it might be ready to manipulate this fair value gap and push down in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until 10:15. But that's typically, well, 10 o'clock is typically when this placement starts. So I'm going to wait until 10:15. So it's about 9 away. So we're going to wait for an hour to see what price is deciding to do. So that's what we want to do. We're going to wait for that. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pause this recording. We're going to wait until 10:15. And we want to see what price decides to do. We'll take it from there. So I'll be right back. So that all right, be right back. All right, so we got a little bit over a minute before pre-market opening. Now, as I talked about before, based on the daily time frame, this candle is closing bullish, so we should expect manipulation of the bulls and distribution of the bears. So when we go back to the 15-minute time frame, once pre-market opens, if price manipulates this fair value gap, they may want to do the short manipulation of the bulls, maybe to this fair value gap here, and then manipulate this area, and then do the displacement of the bears all the way down to the quickly down here. So that's really something to keep in mind. We don't necessarily know yet till the market makes it clear. So in about 10 seconds. But now we have some strength both below here. This looks like looks like a 3-bar pattern here. But what I would like to see is if price is ready to do their displacement of the bears, I want to see this fair value gap getting validated first. That's what I would like to see. So I'm going to still wait until 10:15. So I'll go ahead and pause this recording. I'll be right back. Okay, so looks like this fair value gap we're getting validated. So since we had a 3-bar pattern, we had our manipulation wick and then fair value gap close. So that's the reason why I went ahead and took the trade. So I think we're good to go there. Now, normally I wait at 10:15, but I think in this situation it makes sense because, like we mentioned, in distribution of the bears, it looks like there was a short manipulation here because we had a liquidity liquidity sweep here. So price pushed all the way up and beat its manipulation up to this point. So I'm thinking this is probably the true displacement. So I'll just go ahead and just take a sell with the sell Take a shot here, or initially trade in my Forex account, trade outlet. So we'll see how we do. Once I get into profit, we end up getting into profit. Then we end up running this trade. I was in the support. I'll be right back. Looks like we have strong displacement here. So let's see if I can hit my target and close my partial. Stuff is important goes for me. Yeah, that's probably goes. Once I get close to my profit target, then I'll resume this reporting. I'll be right back. Close is partial, getting close to what I want to make. I'm just gonna close the whole trade. Looks like that's where I need to go. About the fees that they charge. Like that. So we just close with some more volume, so that's good. So once I get to about $40 to $45, I'll close it. So I'll be right back. So I made about around $55. So this was our distribution of the bears, like we talked about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and document my results, and then I'll share them with you.